Good day, everyone! So today we are going to tackle about Philippine folk narratives. Before anything else, let's play first. Guess what? Guess the name of the Philippine mythical and legendary creatures shown on the following. Are you ready? Let's go! This is Bathala. This is Tiyanak. This is a manananggal. This is Daragang Magayon. And this is Bakunawa. Well done! Now, let's proceed to our discussion. Our ancestors shared the love of storytelling with other societies of the world, and we have rich treasury of folklore. These narratives present simple characters and far-fetched situations. Most often, the situations presented are not true to life. So what are folk narratives? These are stories handed down from the remote past by words of mouth from one generation to another, reflecting the people's tradition, feelings, belief, and judgment. Folk narratives includes myths, legends, fairy tales, and fables. Myths. Myths are specific accounts of gods or other superhuman beings involved in extraordinary events of circumstances in a time that is unspecified but which is understood as existing apart from the ordinary human experience. Mythical characters in myths are not human beings but deities, giants, nymphs, and the like, but they are portrayed with human attributes. Mythological creatures of the Philippines. The first are the Philippine gods and goddesses. Next is the Philippine lower mythology, which includes supernatural creatures which are deemed to be fearful and horrible. Next are legends. Legends are about creations and tribal beginnings, but they focus on human characters involved with divine beings. Legends resemble folktales in content. They may include supernatural beings, elements of mythology, or explanations of a certain phenomena, but they are associated with a particular locality or person and are told as a matter of history. Here are examples of legends. Alamat ng Ampalaya, Alamat ng Pinya, The Legend of Cagayan River, The Legend of Mango, Alamat ng Puno ng Nara. Next are fables. Fables are types of animal tales that teach morals using animal characters that have human personalities. Here are examples of fables. Si Langgam at si Tipaklong, The Lion and the Mouse, The Rabbit and the Turtle. Now, fairy tales. Fairy tales are stories involving fantastic forces, usually good versus evil, most originating in folklore, mythology, and legend. They feature fantasy beings in their stories. Here are examples of fairy tales. Mother Goose Rhymes, Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk, The Gingerbread Man, The Three Little Pigs. Now let's talk about the difference between the myths and the legends. Myths are considered true sacred stories that happened in the distant past. The main character is often non-human and the story is timeless, events are symbolic, while legends are considered true stories that happened in the more recent past. Main character is usually human, and the story told has historical information or value. Now let's talk about myths, legends, fables, and fairy tales. What's the difference? Now let's go to the valuing. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten. We are who we are through the stories we are told and the stories we tell. Folktales are part of our culture. They are part of who we are, and thus we should continue patronizing our own literature as well as give it value and importance. These are my references for this presentation, and thank you! This is prepared by Maria Rosella Dirop Singh.